If we are wanting to spend a bit of time daily on our handstand practice, here's a few things that you can do to add into your routine to help strengthen through the shoulders and to bring in some familiarity with your handstands and getting used to being on your hands and strengthening the shoulders. So starting with some wrist circles, maybe doing about 10 one direction and 10 the other. The fingers are spread wide, and after you've completed that, turning your fingers out to the side and then just a gentle rocking side to side. I've been doing wrist mobility for quite a while now, so please don't try to match where my wrists are going and really listen into your own and how it feels in your body. Fingertips are now just starting to walk around, so we're going to do some circles and pad the hands. Again, don't force it, just go to a place that feels a little bit uncomfortable but no pain. Slowly coming up and giving the wrists a good shake out, so making you shake them to the side and then also in the front. So we come down, we're going to now move a little bit through the spine. Three-dimensionally is a great way to move. I really invite you to close down your eyes and articulate through your spine, checking out some back bends, moving into some protraction. Just make this your own. I went into the shoulders a little bit here, but just let this feel good. All right, let's get into a little bit of load into the shoulders, coming to a downward facing dog and then back into a crouch. So moving through 8 to 10 of these, good big wide grip with your handstand hands, so finger pads pressed down, humming to a bit of a hover and then lifting the hips and keeping a soft knee bend as you need. You'll start to feel your quads start to fire up and of course the shoulders start to heat. We're going to have a little bit of a stretch of the hammies and the hip flexors here. This is a really nice stretch. So stepping forward with one leg, really opening up the front of the back hip flexor and then coming back to a hamstring stretch. Rocking back forward on the inhale and then back to a crouch or a downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot through this time. Use your exhale to hinge back into a hamstring stretch. Inhale to come forward and then again back to a crouch or down dog. Just keep going with a few of these. After you finish this next one, I invite you to just slowly, like super slow, walk your hands back to your feet and roll up your spine to stand. You might even throw in a few spinal waves here if that feels nice. Now I've gone over to a set of rings here because we have them in the studio, but if you don't, I really recommend just hanging from a door frame or maybe you're in a park and just loosely hang anywhere between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. For the purposes of this video, I've just done a short hang and I'm using my feet to show that you can always use your feet on the ground for support. Personally, I love to pick my feet up and brachiate and move all around the place. But again, just try to get some movement between active and passive hanging and moving three-dimensional. And just have fun with it. It feels really good in the body. And of course, coming from the rings, we're just going to start to do some locomotion. We're going to come straight into a bear crawl. Fingers spread nice and wide and bend your knees as much as you need, trying to get your toes to the back of your wrists. We'll bring it backwards just for fun. Now with a bear crawl, think really compressed. We really want to find and fill this compression space by lifting the hips up high and using your core. It's coming into a hinged version of an ostrich walk. So depending on how your hamstrings feel, this is a great place to start. Your hips pull back, but if you do have a bit more movement in your hamstrings and spine, you might come down to this variation where still hinging those hips back. You can see that I am still bending my front knee a bit. My hammies were quite tight at the time of filming. So I'm softening my front knee so that I'm not putting my hamstrings under too much pressure. Coming straight down into a monkey crawl. Again, quite a lazy, low gait monkey crawl, keeping into a squat. You can do as many of these locomotion rounds as you like. I just did 2 just for the purposes of the video, but they are some great movements you can do to get you prepped for handstand.